covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Hey, thank you for joining us here for the latest news where you live. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. Fayetteville Public Schools wants to add more school resource officers. At their most recent meeting, Fayetteville City Council members approved applying for a grant that would do just that.
Fayetteville PD would use the money for 2 SROs. They currently have 11 and are working towards getting an officer on all of their 17 campuses. If the department is awarded the grant, those 2 officers would start during the 25-26 school years. And looking ahead, there will be another meeting in Fort Smith about the Military Compatibility Area Overlay District.
It's the second meeting where the Planning Commission will consider the overlay proposal. This would add regulations regarding development and construction around the airport in conjunction with the new military mission, with things such as soundproofing and a change to the way that high-powered lights can be used. The meeting is May 14th at 5:30 in the Rose Room at the Creekmore Park Community Center.
And Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is asking you to be on the lookout for special tagged black vultures. They have tagged 89 of these vultures to track their movements. They say it'll help better understand their reactions. A tag was placed on each bird's right wing. Each tag has a visible number and letter. If you see one of the vultures, you can report your sightings to the Department of Agriculture and Wildlife. Well, the last 2 weeks here in 5 Country has been one full of severe weather threats, but it looks like we're going to get a break full of sunshine.
Let's check in with meteorologist Stephen Elmore for a look at how long that sunshine will stick around.
Yeah, we're going to see plenty of sunshine over the next couple of days, actually lower humidity as well. Daytime highs heading into tomorrow are going to be topping out into those low 70s. By the time we get to the weekend, we're going to be seeing sunshine and temperatures back up into those high 70s. By the time we get to Mother's Day on Sunday, a little bit extra cloud coverage, and we could see a stray shower, especially in the evening hours. Really, the rain chances come back into the forecast heading into early portions of next week. Low humidity over the next couple of days, at least through the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when it ticks back up, and those thunderstorm chances also come back into the forecast. So dry through the weekend, those rain chances come with that humidity. We'll be tracking some thunderstorms early on to next week. What we're tracking is mostly cloudy for the next couple of days. We're going to clear that cloud coverage out. We're going to be seeing Mother's Day weekend forecast looking really nice, though. We'll warm into early next week. Northwest Arkansas over the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine, lower temperatures in those low to mid 70s. We're going to clear out heading into Saturday before some cloud coverage builds back in for Sunday. Low rain chances for Sunday evening, though. We'll start to see those thunderstorms come back into the forecast Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday.
Thanks for that, Stephen. Well, we're hearing from one Van Buren family who's working together to reduce opioid overdose deaths.
That family, the Whittingtons, tells us that soon Narcan, the nasal spray used to treat opioid overdoses, will be available for free in vending machines around the area.
5 News' Morgan Wrigley spoke with them about their story and how they're working together to make it all happen.
The Whittington family launched MedQuick in March 2023, vending machines with over-the-counter pharmacy items.
And we thought it'd be a good idea to put kind of machines that were available 24/7 for like hospitality locations like hotels, airports, hospitals, universities.
Now, there are around 20 MedQuick machines in Arkansas. The one at Arkansas Colleges of Health Education in Fort Smith is the first in the state to dispense Narcan.
We're both from Van Buren. Our family, has been raised in Van Buren. We wanted to really, put Narcan out and be available for our community.
Gary and Rebecca Whittington are both pharmacists, but MedQuick and the mission to make Narcan accessible is a family project.
I've seen it in my school. I go to Van Buren Freshman Academy, and I've seen several incidents where people have had opioid overdoses at my school and couldn't do anything about it because we didn't have access and didn't have the awareness of Narcan.
15-year-old Avery Whittington, who's serving as Miss Western Arkansas's teen, made that her community service initiative.
Mine is called You Can Save a Life, which is raising awareness about Narcan and opioid overdoses.
And 17-year-old Nate has headed up marketing, helping design the digital display on the side of the MedQuick machines.
Recently, we've started to transition into Narcan ads where we advertise like what's happening with the opioid crisis, why it's an issue today, and how Narcan can be used to help reverse an opioid overdose.
Just last week, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin approved a grant that will place 4 MedQuick vending machines in Fort Smith that will dispense Narcan for free.
The problem with Narcan is that cost-wise is that it's around probably $40 to $45, and so It makes it, especially for students in universities, they usually have access for like an emergency. The universities are actually required to keep it on hand, but it doesn't address kind of that proactive person that wants to carry it with them.
In the future, the family hopes this will continue to expand across the state.
Public places where there's a lot of people around and where there may not be Narcan or other treatment options readily available.
Specifically high schools, because that's where my incidents happened, where I saw several people go through opioid overdoses, and having that Narcan there available would just be so much more easier to take care of that situation.
All part of the effort to reduce the stigma around Narcan and encourage people to carry it proactively, which the Whittingtons believe is necessary amid the opioid crisis.
We're past that point kind of now to where it's prevalent in a lot of places, and so
It's an epidemic.
yeah, and so we have to kind of readjust our goals, and part of that is preventing the deaths, that occur from an overdose.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live.
You can catch up with us again tomorrow for more. Have a great day.